Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe 2021 is ending so soon. It's the 26th of December now, which means 5 more days until the year ends. I still remember I did a New Year countdown video for 2021 and now the year is ending in 5 days. So it really shows that the time really flies. I hope that all of you achieved whatever you strive for at the beginning of the year. If not, then you should just continue your goal and continue your passion until the future, until whenever you feel like you have finally achieved it. For today's video, I'm going to talk about my best buys of 2021 because these purchases has really kind of changed my entire life. And if you are interested, do continue watching and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video so that more people can see. Alright, so for the first thing that I'm glad that I've purchased is my external monitor. It has helped me so much as a university student. I'm not saying that this is a necessity, but then as a uni student, we have a lot of papers to write. And there are a lot of times when we need to refer to journals or articles when we write our essay. And so a lot of people uses split screen. But I don't really like split screen because my laptop is only 13 inches and I need to split the screen, which makes it really difficult for me to see. So I decided to get an external monitor. Other than referring articles, I can also kind of do two tasks at the same time because I have two screens, so I can just look at both and just do it like that. It definitely increased my efficiency a lot. Other than that, when it comes to entertainment, whenever I watch movies or YouTube videos on my external monitor, it is just so different. There aren't any bad things about this external monitor yet because firstly, it is only an external monitor. I can't really complain so much about it. Secondly, it has been my really good helper since I've purchased it, so I don't really have anything to complain about it. Well, for the second thing that I'm very glad that my mom bought it is the air purifier. It's here. Here's a clearer picture. While it improves the air condition in the room, it includes dust and also odor refreshing. So if there is any smell in the room, this thing will react very clearly. So till it's green color, then you will know that the air is clean. It's such an expensive thing, so I don't have complaint about it, or I'm not expert enough to complain about an air purifier because it's also that new to me. So if you live in a city where the air condition is not very good, that you need to improve the condition of your indoor air, then please do consider getting this LG Puricare air purifier. Well, for the third thing, it's my Redmi Buds 3. I bought a Spider-Man case and it's very cute. I don't know why it's called buds because it's clearly not buds. I mean, you know what it means by buds, right? The rubber one. I don't like those and I specifically didn't want to get those, and I saw this from Xiaomi and the price is very affordable, so I decided to get it. I've only bought it for like around 2 weeks, so I can't give super in-depth feedback, but then some of the few things that I can say and I can react immediately is that this thing holds on really tightly, which is what everyone wants and what a wireless earphone should have. The audio quality is surprisingly good. I don't know how good is good, how bad is bad, but everything is clear. It's very convenient as well, so because it's so small, you can just put inside. Well, I added a huge dangling thing, but originally it's just so small, which is super convenient. And while for the cons, which is one thing I noticed that is not very convenient, is that I don't know how does it work for other headphones or earphones. The ones I've experienced with does not have this problem, but this has, which is sometimes we will only wear one side of it, right? When I wear one side and then I play the movie or the video or whatever, and then I decided to listen to the other side as well. When I remove this from the case, the audio will be paused. because I think that is the setting of the device that happens the same time when you remove it from your ear as well. Sometimes you just listen to both sides and someone wants to talk to you, so you remove one side and you talk to that person, and then the music or the video pauses. I have never experienced it before and I find it very distracting because I don't really need the video to be paused when I take off one side of it. But overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. Really like the case as well. I'm glad that I found cases for this because I don't know how on demand are these wireless earphones are. And next, which is the fourth one, is my MacBook Air. I know this is not a very cheap purchase, and that's why I've thought for a very long time and also considered a lot of pros and cons. But then I've decided to give Apple a try because their iOS and their systems are known for being stable. Secondly is the outlook of it is very nice. You know, it's a MacBook, so it's aesthetically pleasing. I chose space gray and I feel like this is the best choice color, and also it helped me with a lot of my schoolworks very quickly because it doesn't hang that much. So when it doesn't hang, you just get things smoother, and then when things get smoother, you just finish your stuff more quickly and more efficiently. While for the cons, I'm not complaining, it's just there are some cons coming with any product. It's just whether a person realizes it or not, which is for this laptop is that the physical connection is not very convenient. If you are not sure with it, it only comes with two USB-C connections and one 0.03 mm earphone port, which means anything that you need to connect to this laptop needs to go through a USB-C converter. So you can't just simply plug in a USB. So I had to get a USB-C converter that has the normal USB reader, SD card reader, the big one, the small one, and also a HDMI converter so that I can connect it to my external monitor. Yeah, that's something to be considered if you are someone who wants to connect a lot of things physically on a laptop. Secondly is that it's heavier than I expected. Yes, it's a little bit heavier than I expected. It's not a complaint, it's just not a very good thing because it's heavy, so I had to bring this every day to school. Yeah, but overall this MacBook helped me a lot in my life ever since I changed it. Definitely a good option. Well, for the fifth product that I'm very glad I bought is my Huawei Band 6. I bought this a few days ago, the Sakura pink version. I want to get something more different other than just a plain black band. I had a Redmi Band previously and it's black, so I want to change something more unique and something more different. It has a bigger screen than my previous one and that's why I want to upgrade it. And secondly, it's pink, it looks good. Thirdly is that it's able to calculate a lot of things because of the technology. Everything has improved from my previous band. So and that's also the reason why I want to upgrade it. It's able to calculate a lot of things. For example, you know, the blood oxygen, the stress level, and whatever that does not have in my previous band. Another thing is a very personal thing, which is you are able to change the face of your band according to your personal preference. This is my own picture. I probably will change it 2 days later. You know, I really like to change wallpapers and stuff. So it's an additional thing to the band that there aren't any cons because it's just been a few days. I don't even think it's been a week when I'm recording this video, so I can't complain anything yet because I don't really have a full feedback. But I'm including it in this list is because this is definitely a deal, and I can't say it changed my life, but then it's definitely a deal. And then for the last thing that I am very glad I started and I purchased as a device or as something this year is that it's books and my Kindle. Well, both of these things come pretty pretty similar and also comes together. That's why I'm including them under the same category. Let me just talk about books first. I'm really glad I started reading books these days because it just changed the way how I usually see books as. Before I started reading, I thought that books are boring, and whenever I look at them, I feel sleepy. I do when I first started, because who doesn't? Who doesn't, right? Because it's just words and it's just English. When you slowly get into the story, you realize that there's another world in the book, and sometimes it's just like watching dramas. You want to escape from the reality, and books are just like dramas. You watch dramas, you get into the storyline, and you read books, you get into the storyline as well. But then it's a personal preference. I would recommend you to try reading a book before you think that book is not for you. I used to think like that as well, but then it has changed a lot in my life. I started reading more, and I just realized books and dramas are so different, because yeah, they're different because one is book, one is dramas. So no harm trying both, no harm reading a book. But then physical books are really expensive, in my opinion, and it wouldn't be worth it if I bought a book that I didn't like. I feel like books are very, it's on a very personal preference thing, and to me books are quite expensive, and that's why I decided to get a Kindle. I know a Kindle is a few hundred ringgit, and if you are saying that books are expensive, then why Kindle is not? But then Kindle is a device. It has memories, it has storage. So if you buy an ebook, the most it can cost you on Shopee is just 2 ringgit, or even you can search for it online for free ebooks. It has storage, so if you didn't like the ebook, you can just delete it, or anytime you just put it away and don't read it. You don't feel like you wasted money on the book. You can download more ebooks on this Kindle, and then you can just bring it anywhere, anytime you can just read it. So I think that's definitely an investment if you buy a Kindle, and if you are serious about reading. A Kindle is so much more convenient and so much more lighter, and also it's so much more easier to read anytime, anywhere. It's more worth it if you do the calculations. There are cons to a Kindle as well. I think this is the most basic Kindle, because I wasn't sure if I am going to love reading for the future few years. I just wanted to try to read more, so I bought the most basic one. And probably because of that, this Kindle doesn't have colors. I love colors. I like to see colored book covers. One very important thing is that a Kindle does not feel like a book. I know a book is expensive, but a book is a book. It has the texture, it feels like a book, it feels like you're reading a book. And a Kindle does not feel like that. So both of them comes hand in hand, or both of them comes with pros and cons. Just choose it with your personal preference. I often go, switch one on one, because I still can't put off a physical book. But because I can't buy all of the books I want to read physically, firstly because of the price, secondly is because I probably couldn't find all of the books I want to read in the bookstores in Malaysia. It's pretty limited. Yes, it's really limited. So if I couldn't find the books I want to read in the bookstore, I would just download it in my Kindle. While for those are devices or electronic devices, now I have one beauty product that I want to talk about, which is this VT Cosmetics Cica Purifying Mask. It's a clay mask, and it's a purifying mask where it cleans the sebum of your face. I'm very glad that I bought this, is because it is quite mild, but then it does its job. However, while it does a great job, you will still need to use a pimple popper to kind of clear off the sebum that's on the surface of your face. As I said, it is quite calming, so it does a great job on the skin, and it doesn't have any side effects on my face. And I'm literally almost done with it. I probably have only one more time left, and it's been doing well, so I believe that it's a very great product. And yes, that's all for my best buys of 2021. Here are the 7 things that I'm very glad I bought this year. They helped me so much, changed my life, and also will continue to help me to achieve my goals in the future. And if you're interested, do take this as a reference or whatever, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.